I woke up in the middle of the night, feeling really thirsty. In a half-dream state, I walked to the kitchen and automatically filled a glass with water. "What are you doing?" My younger brother's voice made me jump in place. "Idiot, I spilled water because of you," I scolded Sasha in a loud whisper. "Let us play, you're completely crazy. It's 3 in the morning. I looked back at my brother. Something scared me about him, either his strange behavior or the fact that he was smiling too widely, and staring at me without blinking. "Go to sleep already," I yawned, stretched, and went to my room. As soon as I entered the room, cold sweat broke out on me. I panicked and crawled under the blanket. Breathing became difficult, but I didn't want to go back to the kitchen. I hear him wandering there, such quiet childish steps. It dawned on me suddenly, that my brother died 3 days ago. 1. My neighbor Julia told me this story. Several years ago, she and her husband Sasha were renting an apartment. One morning, when her husband was at work, Julia woke up because she felt like someone was stroking her hair. She sat up in bed, looked around, and then lay back down, thinking she had imagined it. But not even 10 minutes had passed when she felt the touch again. She became a little scared and was afraid to move. A few minutes later, it all ended. A couple of days later, when she was home alone again, something even scarier happened. Julia was lying in bed, facing the wall and dozing off. Suddenly, she heard someone breathing behind her, and cold fingers touched her neck. Thinking it was her husband returning from work, Julia sleepily asked, "Alexander, is that you?" From behind her came the reply, "No, don't turn around." Startled, Julia ran out of the apartment, closing her eyes. Later, she and her husband found out that a young man had lived in the apartment before them and had hung himself in the bedroom. Two girls, Rose and Catherine, went to a party. At the party, Rose got quite drunk, while Catherine was relatively sober. As often happens, the sober one had to accompany her fun-loving friend home. After opening the door to Rose's apartment, Catherine put her friend to bed, wishing her a good night. She turned off the lights, closed the door, and went home. After walking a couple of blocks, Catherine suddenly realized that she had left her purse at Rose's place, which contained the keys to her own apartment. When she arrived at Rose's place, she decided not to turn on the lights to avoid waking her friend up. After finding her purse, which was on a chair in the living room, she left the apartment. The next day, Catherine was called to the police station. They showed her a couple of photographs. In horror, Catherine recognized Rose in the pictures. She was lying in her bed with her throat slit. The officer showed Catherine a sheet of paper that was on Rose's bed. It read, "Well done for not turning on the lights, otherwise I would have had to kill you too." Subscribe to the channel to hear more scary stories.